There are cars, there are luxury cars, and then there are machines that transcend the very concept of driving, becoming something closer to a rupture in the timeline, a rolling cathedral of wealth, power, and intimidating presence. The 2026 Mercedes-Maybach GLS 800 Black Series is not simply a new chapter in the SUV story. It is the burning of the book altogether, one that sets fire to the expectations of even the most seasoned collectors and enthusiasts. You do not just see this Black Series, you feel it in your bones. You hear its silent authority before it even moves. You sense its aura commanding space in a way only a few objects in the world can. The kind of presence usually reserved for stealth bombers, palaces, or natural disasters. When it glides into view, painted in a matte obsidian finish that captures the soul of a moonless night, it does not whisper luxury, it roars quiet dominance. What Mercedes has done here with the Black Series is not design in the conventional sense. It is sculpture on wheels, architecture and intimidation, a meditation on excess and aggression fused together. This is not an SUV you simply drive to the opera. It is the villain of the opera, the dark force that demands attention without saying a word. The paint, deep and layered as though it absorbs the light around it, clings to its widened muscular curves like a tailored suit of armor. And because it is a Black Series, it does not flaunt for attention like a brash supercar. Instead, it radiates controlled gravitas like an emperor who needs no crown because his presence alone is enough. The GLS 800 Black Series is the kind of creation that forces you to pause, breathe, and acknowledge that human ambition has reached yet another audacious peak. From the very first glance, the design feels alien to the luxury SUV landscape we thought we knew. The Maybach GLS is already known for grandeur, but this Black Series evolution is an elevation beyond brand DNA, bending lines, volumes, and proportions into something that seems to defy the limits of what a luxury tank should look like. The grille is no longer just a face, it's a gate to the abyss. Vertical, dark chrome elements reimagined into towering spires that seem to swallow the air in front of them. The stance is commanding, not because it tries too hard, but because the design exudes an air of inevitability, like this SUV was destined to exist in this exact form, waiting for the right moment in history to reveal itself. And the wheels, my God, the wheels. Engineered specifically for the Black Series, they sit massive in the arches, an artistry that feels somewhere between jewelry and military hardware. They look like turbines spinning in slow motion. Walk around it, and you notice how no angle repeats itself. No surface is lazy. No line is borrowed. The rear tapers not in the soft conventional way we expect from luxury SUVs, but in a way that feels assertive, like a yacht's stern cutting through black water. The side profile is an essay in balance. The way the matte black shifts with each flicker of street light makes it seem alive, a canvas of depth and energy. Even the details, the darkened Maybach badging, the quad exhaust tips that hint at the violence underneath, all of it works together in a way that feels less like industrial design and more like haute couture translated into steel and carbon fiber. Step inside, and you are no longer in a car. You are inside an atmosphere. The cabin of the 2026 Mercedes-Maybach GLS 800 Black Series is less about transporting you from one destination to another and more about suspending you in a realm of pure indulgence. Imagine sinking into black diamond-quilted leather so soft, so supple it feels like a cloud sculpted by hand. The color palette is monochromatic and rich, anchored by the kind of craftsmanship that whispers instead of shouts, but always reminds you that you are in a sanctuary of wealth. Every panel, every stitch, every control is placed with almost religious precision, and the interior feels both opulent and restrained. A paradox only Maybach could pull off. The rear seats recliners that rival those in first-class international flights cocoon you with an ease that erases the idea of travel fatigue. You are not commuting in this vehicle. You are reigning from it. The ambient lighting, programmable in moods that feel designed for emperors rather than executives, transforms the cabin into a cocoon of light and calm, while the panoramic roof reminds you that even though the world outside might be chaotic, you exist in an untouchable sphere of serenity. The sound system is not simply audio, it is architecture for the ears, producing symphonies so immersive you feel the violins caress your chest and the bass kiss your ribcage. And yet, beneath the orchestral luxury lies a machine of brute sophistication. This is not just a design exercise. It is an 800 horsepower beast cloaked in velvet. The engine note, deep and resonant, is the sound of authority incarnate, restrained, but capable of erupting with a surge of power that makes the road bow before it. Acceleration in this Black Series is not an act of aggression. It is an act of inevitability. Press the pedal, and the horizon bends towards you like it has no choice. This SUV, despite its massive size, moves with a grace that defies physics. A testament to Mercedes engineering's relentless pursuit of the balance between mass and motion. On the road, the Maybach GLS 800 Black Series is a paradox of presence and poise. It feels commanding yet effortless, massive yet graceful, powerful yet dignified. You glide rather than drive. You arrive rather than travel. And in every motion, the car communicates that it was not built to be compared. It was built to stand apart. Competing brands Bentley, Rolls-Royce, even the most outlandish Lamborghini or Ferrari SUVs will find themselves shaken because the Black Series redefines what ultimate presence on four wheels looks like. It is not just luxury, it is sovereignty. But it's the symbolism of this car that lingers with you long after you park it. In a world that constantly screams for attention with louder, faster, flashier cars, the Maybach GLS 800 Black Series reminds us that true power does not need to shout. It is not about being the loudest in the room. It is about being the one everyone falls silent for when you arrive. This SUV embodies the kind of quiet dominance that has defined empires. The sort of unshakable gravitas that bends social hierarchies. The 2026 Mercedes-Maybach GLS 800 Black Series is more than a vehicle. It is an era-defining statement. One of those rare machines that will be remembered not just as a model year, but as a cultural artifact. A moment when engineering, design, and ambition converge to create something timeless. It is a moving sculpture that will haunt the dreams of rivals and remain etched in the memories of anyone lucky enough to witness it glide by. The matte black paint, the unseen design language, the interior that redefines indulgence, the performance wrapped in velvet, all of it makes this SUV not just a pinnacle of automotive engineering, but a mirror held up to the very idea of power. Asking us if we are ready to accept that true greatness is not about speed alone, not about opulence alone, but about presence, aura, and the feeling of inevitability. With the GLS 800 Black Series, Mercedes has delivered a sovereign to the road, and the world will never look at SUVs the same way again.